What's up guys, Brad Watanabe here, back at you again with another YouTube video. And today we're talking about an old piece of technology, the Apple Watch. Now, if you know anything about me, you know that I love Apple products. I've been using Mac since I was a kid, throughout my college years in the 90s. And we use Apple things all around the studio. A couple years back, Red announced a new phone, the Hydrogen, and it got me into that Android life. Even got an Android-based watch. And that kind of threw everything off for me. So I got back on the Apple iPhone 11 Pro just a little bit ago, and with that needed to jump back into AirPods Pro. Recently, my wife convinced me to get an Apple Watch. Now, this isn't a video all about Apple ecosystem, even though we could talk for days on that. Specifically, this is a little tip that I learned from a buddy, Brian Keaulana. The Apple Watch typically comes configured like this. So the digital crown ends up being on your right-hand side. So he's a surfer, and a big part of his life is getting up on a surfboard and pushing up off of that. And he realized that his wrist constantly kept hitting this digital crown. And I noticed the same problem with myself. So here's the hack. The hack is you flip your watch upside down, going from your typical left hand orientation to a right hand orientation. You flip the crown, and now you have a watch that is the opposite of what you're used to. So rather than the crown being over here and actually rubbing against your wrist, it goes on the left side. Small life hack, but it actually is super brilliant. One of the main dysfunctions of any digital watch is you get like skin and sweat into that crown. I had a diesel watch for a little while, and the crown ended up being useless after a couple of months because all of the gunk gets in there and it gets hard to spin. And if that's one of your primary function dials, you need to make sure that thing is clean. By flipping it around, being on this side of the wrist, you actually get less of that moisture from your hand. You're gonna get less splashes from the sink, and actually it's a lot easier to navigate with your thumb than it is with your pointer. Guys, that wraps it up for this video. Hope this little life hack was helpful for you. If you enjoyed it, if you liked it, if you give it a try, let me know in a comment, and we'll connect with you on the next one. Aloha.